Welcome back to Kayak Fishing Works. This video is about a DIY anchor pole system that I put together. I built some other ones in the past, but I never really liked their design. So I made a few modifications and this is what I came up with. The only modifications I made were I added this piece of velcro and a 6-inch piece of electrical conduit that's threaded on both ends. And I'm going to show you how it breaks down. You just take this velcro apart, slides out. I actually use the backing of it, and that's what the pole rests on. I think it's 2 inches wide. All right. And then this is just a 4x4 electrical conduit box. Take the top off it. And I think if you used a 5-inch piece of conduit, it might work and you wouldn't need this little spacer. It's just a piece of PVC I cut down. You could give it a shot. This is a 6-inch piece, so I had to use that just so I had enough threads to tighten everything together. All right, the top should pop off relatively easily. All right, there we go. So the conduit itself, I went ahead and I wrapped a piece of electrical tape around it, and that's just so when the top's on, it doesn't make a squeaking sound when this conduit moves a little bit. So looking inside, here we go. So we've got another nut that's all the way down in the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. And then at the very base itself, there's also a nut here. So those just screw together and hold it in place. Then the rest of the fasteners in there, those are just screws that mount it down to this little white base that I used to attach it to the kayak. So as far as the rope retrieval system, all I used was just this stainless steel eye bolt, and it's just held in place with 2 nuts that are tightened up against each other. This thing works great. It's super smooth. Don't have to worry about any moving parts. So, I mean, that's it, guys. It's super simple, not a whole lot to it, but the system itself works really well. It deploys well, really easy to retrieve the pole, and it's inexpensive, but this is how it goes back together. So here's how I attach it to the kayak. I just have 2 large diameter stainless steel screws. They screw right into the body of the kayak. And then the paracord just runs through a clam cleat. The stakeout pole that I use is just an 8-foot long fiberglass tree stake, and I used a saw to cut a point into the end of it and put a screw up near the top so if the paracord breaks or the knots come undone, the anchor pole doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the lake. So there's a permanent knot near the end of the paracord. It serves 2 purposes. 1, it helps when tying the cord to the pole, and 2, when I remove the anchor pole, it keeps the paracord from pulling out of the unit and me having to thread it back in. I just make 2 overhand knots, and that's all that secures it to the pole, and that's all that's needed. The cleat will hold the pole in the upright position. Then when you want to release it, you just pop the paracord up and it's going to send it on its way. So when it's time to leave the lake, it's a real easy removal. And you can see here I'm just doing this one-handed because I'm filming with the other hand. But it's just a matter of undoing both those overhand knots, and then the pole is just going to pull right back out of the unit. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it that you can use. And look out for my next video. It's a review of the Vibe Shearwater 125. Hopefully it'll be in next week. And I'm going to be putting this in it, a Mirage 180 drive with kick-up fins. So look forward to that. Thank you.